算了吧。你们会有后台人员在录屏吗？
我们刚录上。
哦。
我们开始了，还有1分钟。现在你们两个同学都到齐了。1、2、3、4。柬埔寨他们没来。好，柬埔寨。柬埔寨。
也得都是你吧。好，把手机调到静音，或者最好是关机。赶紧的哈，闹钟也关掉哈。
大家也这个保持声音水平。
先调啊，闹钟关掉哈。
你都在不会？
会。
在你那边有什么？
嗯。
我的名字。好，因为有姓名的。
有人进来，还有声音。怎么只有几个会场啊？都是几公格。
OK 了，开始吧。3点。你需要再等吗？
可以开始吗？
同学们下午好，欢迎来到今天的世界青年说。本次世界青年说的主题是激发青年力量，普通人的环保英雄之旅。
Welcome everyone. Welcome to today's International Youth Talk. The topic of this youth talk is SDGs and my life.
首先，在本次青年说开始之前，有一些注意事项。首先是相互理解、尊重文化差异。线上参会者请保持闭麦状态，避免产生噪音。请在安静的情况下参会。然后，请参会者修改你们的名字，名字格式为名字加国家。
Before the youth talk begins, there are some reminders for all the participants today. First, please respect the cultural difference and respect each other. Second, online participants, please keep the microphone off to avoid noise. Choose a quiet environment or a suitable pair of headphones. Last, please change your Zoom ID to your country and your name.
让我们介绍一下今天的参会人员，来自中国江西环境工程职业学院的学生和领导们。
Now, please allow me to introduce the participants today. First are the leaders and students from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College, China.
来自印度尼西亚国立技术学院的学生们。
Students from Institute Technology National Indonesia.
来自印度尼西亚潘卡萨克蒂特加尔大学的领导和学生们。
Leaders and students from Universitas Pankasakti Tega, Indonesia.
来自巴基斯坦青年组织会的参与者。
Participants from Pakistan Youth ARM, from Pakistan.
来自马来西亚怡保职业技术学院的学生和老师。
Teachers and students from Kole Vocational, Ipoh Kementerian Pendidikan, Malaysia.
来自柬埔寨金边美宜高中的同学们。
Students from Futame High School, Cambodia.
来自印度尼西亚印尼青年文化教育组织的参与者。
Participants from Culture Edukasi Muda Global Indonesia. Welcome all to participate in today's youth talk.
首先介绍一下今天的参会领导，来自印度尼西亚潘卡萨特地特加尔大学的尤加普里哈廷博士，他是教师培训与教育系。
Now please allow me to introduce the guest today, Dr. Yoga Prihati, Dean of Teacher Training and Education Faculty from Universitas Pankasakti Tegal.
来自江西环境职业工程学院的领导们，钟晓红国际交流中心主任。
Leaders from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College, Ms. Zhong Xiaohong, Director of International Exchange and Cooperation Center.
衡阳生态建设与环境保护学院副院长。
Mr. Peng Yang, Associate Dean of School of Ecological Construction and Environmental Protection.
于涛国际交流中心副主任。
Mr. Yu Tao, Deputy Director of International Exchange and Cooperation Center.
刘亚琼旅游与外语学院教研室主任。
Ms. Liu Yaqiu, Teaching Director of School of Tourism and Foreign Languages.
刘露露团委干事。
Ms. Liu Lulu, Reunion Committee Officers.
万江银国际交流中心实习教师。
Ms. Wan Jiangyin, Intern Teacher of International Exchange and Cooperation Center. Welcome.
首先介绍一下本次活动的流程。我们将邀请中方与外方的领导们进行开幕致辞，然后进行合影。最后是我们的学生与展示与讨论，一共分为3轮。然后在展示与讨论结束之后，我们将会迎来本次青年周的闭幕。
Now please allow me to introduce the agenda for today's youth talk. This youth talk will include 4 sections. The first section will be opening remarks, and the second will be group photo, following with 3 rounds of presentation and discussion. The last section will be closing.
首先，我们来进行开幕致辞环节。
Now will be the opening remarks section.
我们将邀请来自江西环境工程职业学院国际交流中心主任钟晓红进行发言致辞。
Now let's welcome Ms. Zhong Xiaohong, the Director of International Exchange and Cooperation Center from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College, to give her opening remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen， 尊敬的各位嘉宾，亲爱的同学们，大家好，我是江西环境工程职业学院国际交流中心主任钟晓红。
Ladies and gentlemen, hello everyone.
Hey,
I'm
Lucas.
Xiang Hong, Director of the International Exchange Center of the Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational Knowledge.
今天我们江西环境工程职业学院和东盟国家的大学生们欢聚一堂，和青年组织的年轻同仁一起，共同参加世界青年说活动。
Today, students from Jiangxi Innovation Engineering Vocational College and ASEAN Culture are together here to participate in the World Youth Speak event.
感到非常荣幸，也比较激动因为我们在这里不仅是为了交流学习，更是为了探讨如何激发青年力量，推动环保事业和文化交流的发展。
I feel very honored and excited because we are here not only to communicate and learn, but also to discuss how to stimulate the power of the youth to promote the development, inventional, protective, and cultural exchange.
首先让我来介绍一下我们的学校。
First of all, let me introduce our university.
江西环境工程职业学院是一所具有鲜明环保特色的高校，致力于培养具有环保意识、创新能力和国际视野的高素质技能人才。
Jiangxi Innovation Engineering Vocational College is with distinctive environmental protective characteristics to develop the high-quality talent with environmental awareness and international vision.
我们注重学科的教 产学研的深度合作，为学生提供丰富多元文化活动和社会实践机会。我们相信，通过我们的努力，每一个学生都能在这里找到自己的兴趣和价值，为实现绿色的地球的美好愿景贡献自己的力量。
We focus on the class discipline and the industry, university, resource combination, and provide students with colorful campus, cultural activity, and the social operation. We believe that through our efforts, every student can find their interest and value here and to contribute the realization of the beautiful vision of the green earth.
接下来呢，我想谈谈美丽中国这个主题。
Next, I would like to talk about the things of the beautiful China.
中国是一个拥有5000年文明史的伟大国家，是一个充满生机和活力的美丽家园。我们生活在这个大家庭中，享受着大自然赋予的美丽环境和资源。然而，随着工业化、城市化的快速发展，环境和生态问题越来越需要受到重视。
China is a great country with a 5,000 years history of civilization and a beautiful home full of energy. We are living in this big family and enjoying the beautiful environment and the resource given by nature. However, with the rapid development of industrialization and urbanization, environmental and ecological issues need more and more attention.
我们每一个人都应该担负起环保责任，从小事做起，从身边做起，共同守护我们的家园。正如习近平主席所说：“绿水青山就是金山银山。”就当我们将环保放在首位，才可能实现可持续发展，让我们的后代子孙继续生活在一个美好的世界中。
Therefore, every one of us should take the responsibility of the environmental protection and start from small things and from our surrounding together or home together. As President Xi Jinping said, green mountains are golden mountains. Only we put environmental protection in the first place can we realize the sustainable development and allow us future generations to continue living a better world.
我们引用一句孔子说的啊，就是有朋自远方来，不亦乐乎。
All in all, I would like to quote an old saying: "It is a pleasure to have friends from afar."
今天呢，我们和来自东盟和中东地区的这些年轻朋友相聚一起，共同探讨青年交流和合作发展的未来。我们应该倍加珍惜这个机会，相互学习、相互借鉴、相互成长，文明互鉴。
Today we are gathered here with friends from ASEAN countries to discuss the future of the youth exchange and cooperation development. We should treasure this opportunity to learn from each other.
中国坚持加强交流合作，扩大人文交流，便利人员往来，让我们携手应对气候变化等共同挑战，为实现更加美好的世界而努力奋斗。
China sticks to strengthening exchange and cooperation. So let's work together to take common challenges such as climate change and work hard to make a better world.
同时呢，非常欢迎来自世界各地的青年人来到我们中国的美丽的赣州来学习或者旅游，欢迎大家，谢谢大家。
You are also very welcome to study or travel in Ganzhou in charming China. Thank you for your time.
Mm.
接下来有请来自印度尼西亚潘卡萨特地特加尔大学的尤加普里哈廷博士进行致辞。
Thank you for your opening remarks, Ms. Zhong. Now let's welcome Dr. Yoga Prihatin, Dean of Teacher Training and Education Faculty from Universitas Pancasakti Tegal to give her opening remarks. Welcome, Dr. Yoga.
Thank you so much. Well, Excellencies, leaders of Jiangxi Environmental Engineering College, dear China ASEAN Youth Representative, good morning and warm greeting to everyone in this forum. It is a great honor for me to deliver a short remark today. I'm happy to meet with the younger generations of China ASEAN, who will be the future of the leaders. They have positive energy and original and creative ideas. We expect China ASEAN youth to play a significant role in ensuring South Asia continued existence as a peaceful and stable region. The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, aim to transform our world. They are a call to action the end of poverty and equality, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity. It is very critical that no one is left behind. For that reason, China ASEAN youth must formulate the best steps to make better living in the future through this kind of youth talk. The overall success of the SDGs depends on youth engagement. Please be critical thinkers, be the change makers, be the innovators, be the communicators, and be the leaders. The future is in your hand. As I close, I would like to thank all of you being a part of the China ASEAN Youth Talk. May this event be engaging, learning, and fruitful experience for all of us. Thank you so much.
感谢尤佳博士的发言，然后我将把发言翻译成中文。亲爱的各位来自江西环境工程学院的领导们，以及来自中国东盟的青年代表们，欢迎来到本次中国东盟青年说。我非常荣幸能够参与本次青年说并发表开幕致辞，以及非常高兴能和中国东盟的年轻一代们见面，因为你们代表着未来的发展方向，有着蓬勃向上的力量以及独特的见地。我们希望中国东盟的年轻代表们在未来的发展中扮演积极角色，发挥着重要作用。SDGs 又名可持续发展目标，旨在改变我们生活的世界，呼吁消除贫困、消除不平等，进行环境保护，确保人民健康以及正义和繁荣。其中，让所有人一起发展是最关键的部分。因此，本次青年说，青年们通过探讨来学到如何创造更美好的未来。可持续发展的目标离不开所有青年的参与，希望大家能够成为具有批判性思维的人，成为一名变革者、创新者与领导者以及交流者。未来掌握在你们的手中。最后，感谢大家本次的参与，希望本次青年说成为大家难忘的经历。谢谢大家。
Thank you so much, Dr. Yoga, for your opening remarks.
接下来是合影环节，请所有参会者打开你们的摄像头来进行一个线上合影。
Now will be the group photo session. Everyone online, please open your cameras and we will have a group photo together. Okay, I will count to 3 and we will take a group photo together. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Everyone smile, please. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Smile, please. Okay, thank you so much. 可以了吧？
可以了。好，往下。OK， 行。我们 在开始之前，先向大家介绍一下我们为什么要举办本次青年说。青年说是中国与东盟青年进行友好交流和学习的平台，这是一次非常好的机会，是让来自世界各地的青年面对面沟通，以及来表达大家的想法。所以希望大家在本次青年说中自由交流，然后以及发挥出自己的创造力与想象力以及交流力来进行一个与世界各国的青年进行一个沟通。
Before our youth talk begins, I would like to explain what is youth talk and why we will hold an event like youth talk. Youth talk is a chance for online friendly communication and exchange between youth from China and ASEAN. Also, youth talk is to organize a chance for people to have people-to-people communication for teenagers all around the world. And we wish you could be creative and freely communicate your ideas. Thank you so much.
然后在本次青年说的一些活动要素，首先每组发言学生将对主题进行展开分享，以及分享自己对本次主题的见解。然后每组学生的分享时间为10分钟。
The topic of this youth talk is SDGs in my life. One group of students are suggested to explain topic from different perspectives. Please limit one presentation to at most 10 minutes. Thank you.
本次青年说将分为3轮，中方3组，每组1轮，然后外方每2组1轮，一共进行3轮。每一轮结束之后将会有问答环节，同学们可以在问答环节进行自由交流讨论。
As shown above, there will be 3 rounds of presentation in this youth talk. After each round of presentation, there will be a Q&A session. Everyone online could raise any questions if you have any.
首先，我们邀请中方第1组学生来进行分享。
Now let's welcome the first group of students from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College to give us their presentation. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are
Double. My name is Wang Shuhui.
My name is Wang Huahua.
My name is Wang Xiaqian.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zhang Bei.
My name is Li Yi.
We have
we can see some houses. This is one of the important features of Chinese landscape painting.
we have this PBI. We have this PBI for five points. I will talk about the first part. The first part is physical content of environmental protection. Now I want to everyone a question. What is the environmental protection? Environmental protection generally means that human beings coordinate the relationship between the human beings and the environmental in order to solve actual and point environmental problems. It is the general theme for various actions taken to protect the living environmental of human beings and guarantee the sustainable development of economic society. For example, wind power and solar power.
Okay, let me explain the second part for you. Let's take a look at the contents. Part 1, the global background. Part 2, environmental protection in life. Part 3, concluding remarks. First, let me take a look at these 4 pictures. As we all know, environmental protection pollution is becoming more and more serious, and the total amount of plastic waste produced in the world exceeds 300 million tons every year, causing great harm to the earth. Climate change and extreme weather events occur frequently, which have a serious impact on human life and the ecological environment. Part 2, environmental protection action. Turn off the tap in time. Say no to plastic bags, low carbon transport, and let the garbage be sorted. Finally, green environmental protection. Starting from me, everyone is the master of environmental protection, starting from ourselves, practicing green life, raising environmental awareness, and spreading green ideas. Let's work together to contribute to the Earth's homeland. Thank you for your listening.
Here's what we are talking about is the efforts of our country for environmental protection. It is known to us all, China, as the largest developing country in the world, is facing unprecedented environmental challenges. China government attaches importance to the popularization of environmental education by carrying out environmental education activities in schools and communities. The public's awareness of environmental protection will be improved. And there are many things for us to do to protect the environment in our daily life, such as utilizing the wasted materials, garbage sorting, not to use disposal products, and taking public transportations. The next part is the promotion of global environmental protection cooperation. China is not only actively promoting environmental protection at home, but also actively participating in global environmental cooperation. The Chinese government has supported and participated in a number of global environmental protection initiatives, such as Paris Agreement and the Green Belt and Road Initiative. In addition, China has provided environmental protection technology and experience support to many developing countries. The last part is the outlook on environmental protection. In the context of increasing global cooperation in environmental protection, China will continue to strengthen cooperation with international countries to joint deal with global environmental problems. That's all.
Let's look at the picture first. The list of environmental heroes. Before we go to the next page, I want to ask you a question. What comes to mind when you think of heroes? I guess perhaps most people think of Iron Man, general, and revolutionary heroes. But the heroes we are going to talk about the different. Let's take a look. In the north and southernmost part of China, there is a group of people who silently protected the earth with their sincere and rough hands, and defending the earth is their story. Let's take a look. Yin Yuzhen is a rural woman in the Maoshu Desert and fighting against the desert. She overcame various difficulties such as lack of water, electricity, roots and downers, and planted trees day by day for 30 years. The transformation of the Sanzi and the pursuit of dreams in the desert. Now, Yin Yuzhen wants to organically combine modern agriculture with the tourism industry. There are many environmental heroes around us. He, she, and me.
Yes, we.
Prevent and counter desertification. It is precisely because these environmental heroes silently but their limited lives, firmly inheriting the beliefs and responsibilities of their predecessors and ancestors of far rather animals, deserts, the sea, and the Yangtze River to have longer vitality. Thank you for listening.
Now, the last part is what can we do? Let's look some pictures. What's when you look at the pictures? In my opinion, is harmonious. So it is a time to action. Then we can start from the following aspects. The first is trip mode, such as we can walk or bike. This we can reduce carbon dioxide emission. The second is diet. When you're eating, try not to pack food or use disposable items. The last is learning aspect. Turn off lights when we live and use natural lights instead of artificial lights. Finally, clean water and green mountains are invaluable assets. Young is at that time environmental protection does not stop. That's all. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
感谢第一组同学的分享。接下来我们有请来自印度尼西亚印尼国立技术学院的学生进行分享。
Now let's please welcome Fajar from Institute Technology Nasional Indonesia to bring us his presentation. Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Fajar, you can share your PPT first.
I'm sorry, I cannot share my PPT in this Zoom.
Oh, please put. Can you try again for the sharing?
Maybe can make me become admin for this Zoom because I cannot share screen for PowerPoint.
把它先给成控制台里面来。
Please try again.
还有这分享是吧？
我在分享，我会分享我稍等一下。
我们的孩子们对遥控这个笔还不习惯，然后演讲没有练得多，2个字就是在后面组的同学要看到，动作越少越好。指的是身体的放动哈，我们有的组的手势应该越坚定越会。所以遥控笔就是我要知道哪个键就会上下翻译。大家要问，把第一轮结束要问问题吧。
对，您稍等，我们一会儿有那个问题，我们一会儿开始。John, you can start your presentation. If you want to change the slides, you can ask me to change.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I am presentation my PowerPoint, I will say thank you very much for the Go study because make me the speaker in this event. I'm very excited to be a speaker at this event and share my assumption about the environment. Before I am explain about this PowerPoint, maybe I can introduction myself. My name is Fajar Sidik Mulya. I'm majoring in industrial engineer from institute from National Institute of Technology Bandung. I'm internship program go study in company PT CCPC Environment Protection and Energy Comprehensive Utilization Indonesia. Okay, next. Okay, for this PowerPoint, I can explain about share for section. Number one, I can explain about the introduction go green. Number two, I can explain about main cause of global warming. Number three, I can explain about the main principle of go green. And number four, I can explain about the how to implementation go green in your life. Okay, next. We go to the one section, how to introduction go green. Next. Okay, what is the go green? Go green is a human effort to care for the earth so that it becomes better and more comfortable to live in. This is a form of human care and the concern for nature. In an easy way, Go Green is a aspect to have a positive impact on the earth in the future. Next. Okay, maybe it is for the example picture the cause global warming in the Antarctica. From the National Geographic Indonesian website, it is stated that Antarctica experienced the hottest temperature in history in early 2020, which resulted in one of the glaciers in the Antarctica, called Pine Island, shrinking and collapsing. It is feared that melting glacier will produce large amount of water into the sea. Maybe for the three section. Okay, next. Okay, three section I can explain about main cause of the global warming. Uh, okay, this is the main cause the global warming in the world. In this section, I can explain five cause main of global warming in the world. Number one is the deforestation. Number two is vehicle fuel gas emission. Number three is industrial waste. Number four, livestock waste. And last, number five is usage electric. Okay, okay. It is the example picture for the main cause, the global warming. And as number one, it is the uh, example picture deforestation in the Kalimantan in Indonesia. And number two is example uh, the vehicle fuel gas emission, and maybe in every country use the car and the motorcycle, then use full oil for the gas emission. And the number three, it is the example was for the industrial was, and the industrial was give the environment was, maybe industrial was make the produce water was, solid was, and the gas was. Okay, next. And number four, this livestock was. It is for the example, the livestock was in this livestock, maybe in every war use this the animal and eat in every day. And number five is the excessive use of the electric. And we see in the every country they make the all electronic with the electric, but basically use more electric can make the global warming in the world. Okay, next. Okay, for the section three in the main principle of Go Green. Next. Okay, for the basic principle of Go Green, this is I can explain three main principle of Go Green. Maybe in the majority audience know what is the 3R. 3R is the reduce, reuse, and recycle. And what reduce? Reduce is the action of solving energy resource. And the reduce can also mean reducing to use the certain object to reduce waste production. And what is the reuse? Reuse is reusing all the items. So don't immediately throw away this item, but reselect item that can still be used. And the number three is recycle. Recycle. What is recycle? Recycle. Mine is recycle and item so that it can be used again. Okay, next. Okay, for the last section in the section 4, I can explain about how to implementation the habit for your life. Okay, next. This is the section I can explain the implementation of environment care habit in VR life. Maybe it is easy for your doing in the everyday. Number one, what you can doing for to reduce the your your words in your activity. Number one, you can reducing plastic waste. Number two, you can make a daily food menu list. Number three, you can turn off the electricity when not in use. If you use the electric, you can turn off turn off or plug off your electric. If you charger, if you use the lamp, if you cannot use that again, you can turn off the electric. Okay, next. Okay, for number four is use now water. And number five, you can sort words for the recycle. And it is the basic 3R. You can recycle in the item. And then number six, you can reduce tissue use. So if you use the tissue in every day, maybe you can reduce the using tissue in your life. Okay, next. For the number seven, you can take advantage of public transportation. Okay, for this maybe can be used in the big city. If in Indonesia, maybe can use public transportation in Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung, and other big city. And then eight, you can plant trees around the house. For the plant trees, you can try for the plant the flowers in your front home. Okay, next. Okay, maybe that can be explained for trees porphyrin. If my presentation is not good, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much.
Hi. Hi, I am Mariam from KB Ipo.
Thank you so much, Faja. Okay,
You're welcome,
now,
Mr. Rogi.
thank you so much for coming. Alisa. Alisa.
会长开下声音。
OK，so 感谢发小的分享，然后接下来让我们邀请来自柬埔寨金边美宜高中的同学们带来分享。
Now let's welcome students from Cambodia give us their presentation. Welcome.
Yes, good now. Yes. Safari. Balik. Start now. So we started now. So first and foremost, let us show our highest respect to His Excellency, principal, teachers, participants, Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and hi everyone. We are honored to be here expressing our opinions and sharing our speech, which is about SDGs and my life. And you guys might not know us, so let us grab this opportunity to introduce ourselves.
This is Palai.
Oh, you are Sifa.
Hi, I'm Lida.
And I'm Swaylin. And so this is our team members from Hun San Phum High School, Cambodia.
This is our table of content. We will start with the introduction and our three main points, such as peace, justice, and strong institution as our first, and quality education as our second, and last but not least, gender equality. And we'll end our presentation with reference and conclusion.
So let me begin our introduction. So do you guys have any idea what is SDG? So SDG is one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted by United Nations to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all by 2030. And after many regrettable conflicts, Cambodia has dramatically undergone a rapid expansion in economics. The future of Cambodia is predicted to be promising as the nation is endeavoring to achieve the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And this Southeast Asian country is transforming itself into an upcoming star in the region, focusing on quality education, poverty reduction, guaranteeing prosperity, and sustainability. All right, so let's move to our first main point, peace, justice, and strong institution. And I divided it into three categories. So the first category is peace. So after a terrible event, which is known as Khmer Rouge, Cambodia has finally achieved peace under the lead of His Excellency Samdech Hun Sen, a former Prime Minister of Cambodia. And in 1979, Samdech Hun Sen and his command had sneaked help from our neighbor, Vietnam, to have accused Cambodia from this new revolution. And after about 30 years later, Cambodia is now about to stand on the international stage again and being known around the globe. And this recently, we have achieved another historical record as we were hosting an international sport event, SEA Games, for the first time after having been waiting for 64 years. Unfortunately, this event ended successfully that allows us to step forward to the next level, embracing ourselves on the international stage. And Cambodia will continue to host another international event in the future as we are now a very peaceful country and has received a great support from our Asian member and partnership countries. So right now, let's move to the second section is justice. So as I have mentioned earlier about Khmer Rouge, a new revolution had begun from 1975 to 1979 under the lead of Pol Pot and his command. And at that time, all of the Cambodians had suffered from this new revolution, which was absolutely unfair and harmful. And there were many victims who had to bear all the abusive treatment under the ridiculous rule that was extremely injustice. And despite all of those unbelievable suffering, they were not allowed to fight for their right, and there was no one or any procedure to protect them. However, nowadays, we are able to escape from Khmer Rouge colony. Cambodia is now being protected under the civil law. Moreover, we all have the human right that no one is able to harm us illegally. If anyone have encountered any injustice treatment or being abused by someone, they can fight for fairness throughout the procedure of the country law. So the last category is strong institution. So nowadays, Cambodia has taken another step toward the international education standards, which could be shown by building strong qualified school, university, and institution for both private and public school. And by doing that, the next generation do not need to worry about studying abroad as we already have high quality institutions. Many institutions have decided to become partner with other universities around the globe, such as American, Australia, Canada, and many more. And in addition to that, we do not just have a qualified college, but also with numerous majors for students to feel free to choose. Moreover, the Minister of Education of Youth and Sport Cambodia has ensured and maintained the quality of each institution in Cambodia. So in conclusion, as Cambodia keeps moving forward, I am strongly optimistic that we do not need to concern about our safety and education. We just need to focus on improving ourselves to be the next generation. Yes, that's it.
Moving to our second main point, quality education. Due to the research, Cambodia is planning to achieve the goals of becoming an upper middle income country in 2030. However, this project has slowly shown a very satisfying result as we have begun to stand on the next level. I strongly believe that education has played an important role of being a very crucial factor that has achieved sustainable development. Unfortunately, Cambodia is still far behind achieving standard education due to the lack of human resources and limited budget in developing. Students are facing many challenges with their studying. Some people are able to bear all the consequences. However, for those who cannot make it, have to give up. As a result, the number of dropout students is still high, which has concerned the government as it might affect the substantial development projects. The Minister of Education and Youth have claimed to take action on preventing these issues by providing scholarships for the ones who are in need and also educate both parents and individuals the importance of education due to the lack of the awareness of its value. Additionally, under the lead of His Excellency Hang Chunarong, the Minister of Education has now reformed the education system to become closer to the standard level in order to ensure the quality of education in Cambodia as a whole. Within this new system, Cambodia is promising to be a developed country in the next 10 years. In conclusion, as Cambodia is a developing country, it is essential to prioritize the quality of education, since the nation needs countless human resources in order to achieve sustainable development. With the collaboration of youth, the government, and NGOs, I firmly believe that the future of education is going to be bright and that nobody is going to be left behind.
So this is the last main point that our group will present to you. And the last point is gender equality, or we can say empower all women and girls. As we know that SDG is the 17 Sustainable Development Goals to achieve a better and more sustainable future. One of the goals aim to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. It's called for an end to gender discriminations in all forms and promote equal opportunity for all women and girls. In terms of education, career, and sexual reproductive rights, safety, opportunity, and representations. So why do we need to care about this issue? Well, gender bias is undermining our social fabric and devalue all of us. It is not just a human rights issue. It is a tremendous waste of all the world's human potential. It is by denying women's and human rights, by denying women's equal right, we deny half the populations a chance to live life as its fullest. Political, economics, and social equality for women will benefit all the world's citizens. According to the research, gender equality is a basic fundamental human right. However, over half the global population still face gender-based economics, social, and legal discrimination. There has been progress over the past few decades that has led to more girls attending schools and completing the school, fewer girls forced into early marriage, more women serving in positions of the leaderships, and greater gender reform law. And here is the target that everyone can have to make sure that we meet the global goals by using these 9 targets to create actions for gender equality. So the first is end discrimination against women. And the second one is end all violence against and exploitations. The third one is eliminate forced marriage and genital mutilations. The next is value unpaid care and promote shared domestic responsibility. and ensure full participation in leaderships and decision making for the women. The next is universal access to reproductive health and right. The next is equal right to economic resources, property ownerships, and financial service. Promote empowerment of women through technology. And last but not least is about adopt and strengthen policies and enforceable legislation for gender equality. And to sum up, gender equality is important because it is a fundamental human right and is necessary for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable society. When everyone, regardless for their gender, is treated fairly and has equal opportunity, it can lead to greater prosperity and happiness for all. So this is the reference and where we get all this information from. And the next one is we will conclude everything.
To conclude, equality, education,
gender equality,
peace, justice, and strong institutions are the goals of SDGs that I hope to achieve in 2030 and arm to transform our world. They are a call to action to end poverty and equality, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy healthy, justice, and prosperity. It is critical that no one is left behind.
And yes, thank you so much for your listening and paying attention to our presentation. Yes, thank you.
感谢柬埔寨代表进行的分享，接下来是我们的问答环节，然后同学们有问题的话可以提出，然后其他外方参会者有问题，对中方参会者或者对外方参会者的话也可以提出，然后大家进行自由交流。
Thank you for your presentation. Now will be the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
同学们有问题吗？
任何常态社会都可以问。刚刚是柬埔寨人是吗？
Hi. Hi. Can I ask question? Yes, of course. What question do you have? Yes. Okay. I would like to ask Fajar Sigit Mulia, how your engineering student practice SDG?
我们把我们的麦放在给学生我们自己的学生，因为他们现在是外国在问麦。
我是问我们的。
问我们可以提供。
他不是想问江西吗？
他刚刚是说问我们的，问江西。
Okay, can you try your question? Can you say again your question?
How you engineering student practice SDG?
Okay, thank you for your question. Maybe what I doing for engineering SDG. Okay, in my wait. Okay, in my school, I training the study for how to how to treatment the maybe industrial waste, and it is for the treatment industrial waste, several tips for the makes and the support the SDGs for in my practice. So in SDGs, I know SDGs have several point and 17 point. Okay, maybe what I doing, I try for how to make the wash from industry become the not dangerous wash. Maybe that my answer.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faja. If you have
Okay,
any
you're
questions,
welcome.
please feel free to ask.
如果想问，但是用不了英文的话，也可以中文问，
中文，然后他们会
翻译。
翻译这些老师。没有啊，没问题。好，来，来出声。
是能问话题之外的吗？
可以，就是可以。
就是想问一下柬埔寨它的那个当地的有什么特色的美食？
柬埔寨的美食，刚刚是有柬埔寨的学员在比赛。
第三组的3个女生。
哦，可以。那他们介绍一下他们的美食，环保的美食。
So there's a question not related to this topic. A Chinese student wants to ask the representative from Cambodia. Do you have any traditional food in Cambodia?
Pardon? Can you repeat your question again, please?
Okay. Does Cambodia have some traditional food?
Food.
Yes.
Food. Yeah. Yes, we do have. And
can you have
just go. Okay. In Cambodia, we have this traditional food which is very famous from our ancestor. It's called amop. It's made from fish and pork, which is our the basic food that every Cambodian all have tasted. And every time when a foreigner or anyone asks us what is the traditional food, mostly all the Cambodian would lovely to introduce this food to them. Cannot see. Can you see?
Okay. No.
Yes.
You can close the virtual background so we can see the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Just remember. Yes. Oh, sorry, we cannot see our screens right
because you are sharing the screen. That's why we cannot.
Okay, I'll start now. You can share your screen for pictures.
Sorry. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, this is.
Can you see?
Yes.
Please come to Cambodia and try this food.
他问题吗，同学们？问了。想问。
We have a question. Do you have contact information?
Pardon?
Do you have the email for them? They can contact you through email.
Yes. Email. Unicorn of.
Nè, cha đó.
Cha đó. Chúc xe sinh.
Chúc với ta. Quay. Ta lại cha rồi bỏ vô.
Mình là mình đó. Mua.
Or do you guys have WeChat? Or you use WeChat?
Yes. We are typing it right now.
微信，去年轻人的答案，高中生了，
可以。
所以你们要从他身上看到这种自信，这种阳光。
他们外国软件，你们中国，在我们在中国不一定能用得上。
对不对？mình có chuyện
对。
把邮箱发给大家好吗？我们就往下。
跟他说要说明一下。
我们会跟他说。
有留言，主持人灵活一点。
Okay, thank you so much. Now will be the end of Q&A session, and we will start the second round of presentation. Now, Alisa.
OK， 接下来有请来自江西环境工程职业学院的第二组同学们带来分享。
Now let's welcome the second group of students from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College to bring us their presentation. Welcome.
Hello everyone, we are group 2. They are my teammate members. My name is Liu Xingyu.
My name is Liu Meiyun.
My name is Guo Wei.
My name is Ye Zhaoyan.
It's an honor to be here today to give a speech. The topic of group is Green Life. Now let me introduce the first part. The topic is divided into 3 parts. The first, environmental issues. The second, refuse classification. The third, measures. The first, environmental issues around us. We can see that there are 6 pictures here. The first and the second pictures shows the uncivilized phenomenon of littering. The third picture shows the phenomenon of food waste. More than 1/3 of the phenomenon is More than 1/3 of the global phenomenon, food production is wasted. The fourth picture shows that the faucet is not tightened, which is a situation that many people tend to overlook. The fifth picture shows a lot of plastic bottles and bags on the grassland with severe white pollution. The last picture shows that there is no one in the classroom, but the lights are not turned off, which is a wasteful behavior of electricity. The above non-environmental phenomena have a significant impact on our lives and development. So I have a question. What should we do? Thank you.
I will introduce part 2. The part 2 is refuse classification, and we can see this question: why garbage classification is important to us? We all know the essence of garbage classification is to protect the environment. Environmental sanitation is no trivial matter and is related to everyone's health and happiness. A harmonious, civilized, clean, and beautiful environment requires everyone to act consciously. And next, why garbage classification is so difficult, is so important, sorry. It is great significance. There are many advantages. The first, garbage classifications will leave our life green and drive green development, improve our values, and improve environmental qualities. There are 4 advantages: save land resources, save land resources. According to statistics, about 30% to 40% of China's domestic waste can be recycled, which is definitely a huge waste of resources. And 2, use renewable resources. And 3, reduce environmental pollution. About the pollution, garbage classification can be better reduce the emission of harmful substances. And the last one, efficiently save native resources. And for us, doing a good job in garbage classification will help us to cultivate a sense of responsibility and improve everyone's enthusiasm for protecting the environment. Okay, that's why garbage classification is so important to us. Let's invite my next partner.
Just talking, sorry, just finished talking about the importance of the origin story. So, let's read this picture. There's so many rubbish on the ground. So how should we do classify the garbage? No, personally, I think there are many ways to inherit the cells of our sheep. Read the picture. This is my school touch card. Seeing the photo, if I want to classify it according to the logo of the card can, they can will be more helpful to the environmental protection process for our school. In addition, I think they are necessary to carry out some voluntary activities related to the global classification. Look at the picture. There's so many teenagers pick up the rubbish in the school. They can clean the school environmental and increase the understanding for the global classification. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, I will focus on two parts. Part one is afforestation. Firstly, let me see definition of the afforestation. Planting trees and afforestation is a production activity of creating or renewing forests, and it is a basic link in cultivating forests. Then let's see the benefit of afforestation. Planting trees and afforestation is a century-old plan to reduce soil erosion. Planting trees and afforestation can face the threat of global climate change. Planting trees and afforestation is a great achievement for the benefit. There are some photos of our school. As you can see, our school attach great importance to this issue. What's more, let me say part two. Part two is save energy. So save energy, what can we do? We can save energy by turning off unnecessary lights and appliances, using efficient LED light, and using renewable energy. Advocate for walking and riding electric cars. There are all small things within our capabilities. So let's take action together.
Okay, let me finish the last part. The first part, I will talk about reduce carbon emissions. We can choose public transportation and minimize the use of cars and motorcycles. But in this age of rapid technological development, we all choose to use our own cars to get around. So we can buy the small or hybrid vehicle to reduce our CO2 emissions. The second, we can pass to adjust the temperature of air conditioners. The temperature of air conditioners is set about 26 degrees in summer and 19 degrees in winter is more beneficial for human health. And it can also greatly save energy. The second part, I will talk about the electrical energy saving. First, we can use CFLS. The CFLS is also means the saving energy light. You can save 70 to 80% of electrical. While the original 60-watt incandescent lamps is used, only about 10 watts of energy-saving lamps are installed. The second is reduce standby power consumption. When office equipment such as computer, copiers, and printers are not used for one time, please turn off the power flow to reduce the standby power consumption of electrical equipment. Okay, this is our sharing. Thank you for your listening.
感谢来自江西环境工程职业学院的同学们的分享。接下来，让我们邀请外方同学来，
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation.
我手机上刷的，
好，
这个同学啊，
对，来自。接下来让我们邀请来自印度尼西亚潘卡萨科蒂特加尔大学的同学进行分享。
Now let's welcome Ms. Bunga Madina from Universitas Pancasakti Tegal, Indonesia, to bring us her presentation. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Miss. Could you help me to share screen, Miss?
Can you? I think you have the authorization to share screen. Can you please try this?
Bukan di situ, PPT-nya dibuka.
Wis. So let's get started. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, in this insightful session of the China ASEAN Youth Talk SDGs and My Life, allow me to thankful for opportunity that has given to me to present the PowerPoint with the title Indonesian Youth Awareness on Waste Disposal. Let me introduce the speakers. It is me, myself, Bunga Madina. I am from English Education in Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to move on to the main presentation. Sorry. Yeah. Indonesia has experienced a significant increase in the amount of waste over the past few years. This statistic includes the growth in the amount of solid waste, including plastic, organic, and various other types of waste. Some of the factors that cause this growth include rapid urbanization, change in people's consumption patterns, and lack of adequate waste management infrastructure. Plastic waste, as one of the main components, is of particular concern because of its impact on the environment. It is important to continue to monitor the statistics and take proactive measures to reduce waste growth as well as raise public awareness about the importance of sustainable waste management. Yeah. The next slide, we will talk about, sorry. This is statistics regarding the growth of waste of the amount of waste in Indonesia. So yeah, let's next. Yeah. This is types of waste commonly found in Indonesia. As you can see, the percentage of waste composition based on the type, the most dominant is blue. It is leftovers. And then the percentage of waste composition based on source is dominated by household waste. Next. Yeah, it is negative impact on the environment. First is soil pollution. Some types of waste, especially plastic and hazardous waste, can pollute the soil and result in degradation of agricultural land. And then the next is water pollution. Improper disposal waste, especially plastic waste, can pollute water sources, disrupt aquatic life, and harm aquatic ecosystems. And the next is air pollution. Uncontrolled burning waste can lead to toxic gas emissions that are detrimental to air quality and human health. And the next is threats to biodiversity. Garbage can be a threat to flora and fauna either through direct pollution or through habitat change. And the last but not least is climate change. The process of production, distribution, and disposal of waste can contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to global climate change. Yeah, next. It is youth participations. Young people are actively involved in various projects and movements to tackle the waste problem. They recognize their crucial role in maintaining environmental sustainability and are taking concrete steps to achieve this goal. Yeah, the next is I will talk about projects or movement undertaken by young people, and then the success and positive impact achieved. First is environmental cleanup campaign. Young people often organize cleanup campaigns in public areas, beaches, parks, or rivers to collect and dispose of garbage properly. The next is recycling program. Many young people are setting up recycling program in their schools, universities, or communities to manage waste effectively and reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills. And the next is environmental education. They are involved in organizing educational sessions at schools or community events to raise awareness about waste issues and provide an understanding of sustainable living practice. And then the last is technological innovation. Young people often use technology to develop apps or online platforms that facilitate waste management and strengthen environmental awareness. And the next, I will talk about success and positive impact achieved. First is joint cleaning. Joint cleanup projects have resulted in significant improvement in cleaning public areas and making people aware of environmental sustainability. The next is increased recycling rates. Recycling programs initiated by young people have increased the recycling rate of waste in their environment. The next is behavior change. Through education campaigns, young people have succeeded in changing the behavior of their surrounding communities regarding waste management, bringing positive change in the way waste is generated and addressed. And then the last is inspiration of other young generation. The success of young people in tackling waste is an inspiration to other young generation, sparking a bigger movement and involving more people in environmental conservation efforts. Through their active participation, young people not only contribute to tackling the waste problem, but also create a more sustainable cultural change. Yeah, the next, I will talk about youth waste awareness challenges. As always, there are two items. First is constraints and obstacles. There are lack of environmental education, unavailability of easily accessible information, low level of awareness in the surrounding community. Yeah, and then the next item is effort required to overcome challenges. There are improved environmental education, utilization of social media for educational campaigns, and partnership with educational institutions and communities. And then the last is role models and success stories. So tackling these challenges requires a collaborative approach to creating an environment that supports increasing young people's awareness of waste. Yeah, the next is about the role of education and social media. First, how education can increase awareness. Integration of environmental materials in the curriculum incorporate environmental materials, including waste management, in the educational curriculum to give young people a better understanding of the impact of waste and the importance of sustainable management, and then practical experience and environmental projects. Provide practical experience such as recycling program in schools to give young people a hands-on understanding of sustainable living practices. And the second is the influence of social media in spreading positive information about waste. Yeah, online education campaigns. Young people can use social media platforms to organize online education campaigns, spread information about waste management, and build public awareness through engaging content. And then using visualization and infographics, social media allows the use of visualization and infographics that can be easily understood, increasing the absorption of information regarding the impact of waste and how to reduce it. And then the last is collaboration with influencers. Engaging influencers or influential public figures on social media to support waste awareness campaigns, leveraging their reach to reach a larger audience. So, education and social media play a key role in building young people's awareness of waste, providing easily accessible sources on information and motivating positive action in maintaining environmental sustainability. Okay, the next is benefits of waste awareness. There are 2 points as always. It is positive impact on the environment, environmental pollution reduction. It is young people's awareness of waste, helps reduce environmental pollution by managing waste wisely, implementing recycling, and avoiding illegal dumping. Conservation of natural resources, sustainable living practice implemented by young people help in the conservation of natural resources, including reducing the use of new raw materials through recycling. And then the second is contribution to sustainable development. Carbon footprint reduction. By adopting eco-friendly lifestyle, young people can help reduce carbon footprints, contributing to global efforts to fight climate change. And community empowerment. Youth waste awareness can also empower communities by involving them in sustainability programs, creating a more balanced and quality environment. So this waste awareness benefits create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable environment, making a positive contribution to the balance of ecosystem and the quality of life of future generations. Yeah, the next is about real action, practical steps for young people. First is simple daily tips to reduce waste. First is reusable bottles and containers, replacing single-use bottles and containers with reusable ones to reduce plastic waste. Second is choose product with eco-friendly packaging. Choose products with minimalist or recyclable packaging to reduce packaging waste. And the third is 3R, reduce, reuse, and recycle practices. Reduce the use of single-use items, reuse goods, and recycle consistently. And then I will talk about how young people can contribute directly. The first is engage in environmental cleanup, join in environmental cleaning activities to clean public places from garbage. Second is surrounding community education, disseminating knowledge about waste management in schools, communities, or through social media. And then the next is participation in recycling or composting programs. Participate in community recycling programs or create compost from organic remains. And then the last is support green innovation, provide support to innovations and technology projects that help manage waste effectively. Yeah, these simple steps enable young people to play an active role in reducing waste and forming sustainable living habits. The next is this is an example of an inspiring video for Indonesian youth. It is Pandawara groups. There are a lot of videos, but I just for one example, it is, as you can see, you can check it in Instagram or YouTube at Pandawara groups. Yeah, this is the last is about inspiration message to drive positive action. It is the power of young people to change the world. An inspiring message to affirm that young people have the power to shape a more sustainable and clean future. This is the sources, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your presentation.
嗯，感谢印度尼西亚代表的发言。接下来，让我们邀请来自巴基斯坦青年组织会的代表进行发言。
Now let's please welcome representatives from Pakistan Youth ARN to bring us her presentation. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Go Study, for the platform given. I'm representing Pakistan Youth Arm, which is a non-profit government. It run by young adults for the youths. We conduct a lot of webinars, we conduct courses, we conduct quiz competition, all that to help to brush up youth skills. So that's why this talk is very important for the youths, how young adults can use their skill to help others without any fun. You can do it virtually. That is what we are doing. So I'm going to talk about a little bit introduction about our organization. So this is the organization we are having, that we will be training you on how to do hosting, public speaking, content writing, creative writing, and etc. And train you to be a trainer, how to conduct online classes. If you're really educated and you want to share this to other platforms, you can come to us and we will help you to do that. So that is main goal of Pakistan Youth Arm. And today I'm very glad to speak about SDG goals. The main point that I took is quality education. There is 17 goals. The main purpose of these goals set up is, after they done the research, they come out with research, what are the things we need to develop and set as the goal. So one of the goal is quality education. Education is very important for youth because it is the foundation of life. Everyone who want to have a brighter future, better living standard, they need a proper foundation, which is education can provide. Education also can overcome poverty, can block youths from going into crimes, committing crimes and unethical things. So let me give you an example. If you want a building to sustain for a longer years, you need a very strong foundation. And that applies to every youth. If you want a youth to have a secure future and a good life, their foundation must be very strong, which is education is the basic foundation of every youth's life. If a proper quality education is given to youth, they can have a good life and they can live up to the standard and have a decent job, and this they can avoid all this kind of unethical things. We go to the first target is by 2030 ensure that all girls and boys complete free and quality primary and secondary education leading to relevant and effective learning outcomes. What we are speaking about is a quality effective learning outcome which is free. Certain country, the education are still you need to pay. So this is actually causing some problem for people who are living in poverty. People who are poor, they can't afford education. When they can't afford education, they won't get a proper education. So when they don't have a proper education, they cannot live their life. They cannot even get what they want. That's why they live in the street. If you go outside, you can see. So is that the problem that the youth is facing? So better education is very important, and the education should be free because everyone deserves to learn. When they have a proper education, they can have a decent job when they grow up. they can look after their family. So this all will actually reduce poverty. It's no point we going helping them. Yes, we help them, it will only help them on the situation. For the long run, they need education. Certain countries still, according to research, there is a fund payment. So those who can't afford, they cannot study. So this is one of the main point that every person need to have free access education, primary and secondary, because that is a little bit of foundation. When they have completed secondary, they can go to certain job where they can earn. When they don't earn, they go into unethical things where they will ended up becoming a criminal, doing theft and everything, robbery. So the basic foundation you come back means it's because they will say that I do not have education though, this is what I can do. So that is very important. The second point is by 2030, ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development, care, and pre-primary education so that they are ready for primary education. That is very important because kindergarten is the first thing, pre-primary. So as a youth, I think that this is one of the main important thing because your development happens when you are child. So this is actually stages by stages. So I believe that most of the Asian countries need to have all these kind of things. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are listening to this. Those who really have access to this, you should take up this point. Speak up for the people who living in poor area, because according to research, most of the people are not, even 50% of people are not educated. Only 45 to 35. When we go to India, Pakistan, Cambodia, Laos, all these, Philippines, they all still, the education system is not recognized. When you have money, only you can study. So that is the thing that we need to voice out because everyone deserves. The third point will be equal access for all women and men to affordable, quality technical, vocational, and including universities. In this modern era, women and men are equal because we do not live in the era, we're living in the modern era where expenses are getting higher, the prices are hiking. So it's not only men can cover everything, we need women also. So both people need to work on to have a proper life. So the girls, the youths also, they need to have a proper quality skills. So the governments can come out with those youths are having hard time to study. Some people are technical, some people are operational, some people are vocational. So they have to create these skills. Those who are not able to study, they can go into a skilling job where they can learn the skill. From there, they can earn, so they can have a proper standard life. This is all to have. This is all to reshape the youth in Asian countries because we see the poverty percentages are higher in youth in Asian country compared to other country. Like Africans are really living in poverty. If you go to Google, you can really see it's the way they are living is not even they're living in a street. They have no proper water. This is all come under SDG. So one of the main thing to have all that is if you have education, I believe everything is possible for you to have. And my final point is about eliminating gender disparities in education and ensure equal access to all level of education. Every person are equal, even the disabilities youths. You cannot judge a person based on disabilities. If a youth born with disabilities, we have to train them in skill. We have to find out what they are good in because if you neglect them, they will be depend on other people. So they have no future. So disability people, people who have ADHD, abnormal, all these people, all we have to address this youth because youths are future of each country and generation. So we have to reshape everybody. We have to treat everybody equally. So we have to bring a system, education system where everyone can learn equally. So by that we can have a decent standard life. By that we can reduce the crime rate and also there won't be human trafficking, there won't be other things because the basic need is met. So I hope my presentation has given a lot of ideas, and this is my point where I believe that education is very important. It's one of the key for a person to live a better life and to bring a better future for the country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
感谢来自巴基斯坦的代表的分享。
Now will be the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
接下来是讨论环节，如果同学们有问题的话，可以提出。
在印度尼西亚，那如果是随便街上丢垃圾，会不会被罚款？
Do you have any punishment when you're in Indonesia if you put some waste on the road?
这个印度尼西亚孩子，
Hello, Miss Bunga, can you hear me?
因为我们在90年代吧，现在上海、北京、
Okay,
它是会
so
罚款的。
they want to ask if there are any punishment policy for if people have some waste that they put on the road, no put in the
还听得到吗？就人人都在行动嘛，参与嘛。
可以问是吗？
对，肯定可以啊。
No, there is no punishment for.
好，还下一个 next one。
我先用中文吧。
好，可以。
我想问一下，就是那个巴基斯坦的那个同学，What's your favorite way to spend a day off？
你刚问了什么？
都忘记干嘛？
就我想问一下，他们平常在节假日喜欢怎么度过这一天？
以后休假嘛。
Hi, Miss Naomi, can you hear us?
还可以 stand。
掉线了。那他可能掉线了。
那不问那个巴基斯坦，另外一个也可以。
他说对于乱丢垃圾呢，政府是有严格的那个政策管理，但是没有惩罚措施。然后Miss Bunga, another question about the so the Chinese student want to ask, do you have do you have favorite things during your vacation? Hi, Miss Bunga. Hi, Miss Bunga, can you hear us? So the question is,
你们好幸福，你的网络好。
那我们往下吧，他那个印尼的那个，这个我们往下吧，不放。
好。Now this will be the end of this round of Q&A. Thank you so much.
接下来邀请来自
Okay.
OK 巴基斯坦的放假，他喜欢去徒步爬山。OK， 然后下一个有请江西环境工程职业学院第3组的同学进行分享。
Now let's please welcome the third group of students from Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College to bring us their presentation. Welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's our honor to be here, introduce ourselves, and the name of our team is
Ambition.
My name is Jin Yu, and you can call me Ada. My name is Zhang Yangfen, and you can call me Maggie.
My name is Yu Yueyang.
My name is Zhou Rongping, you can call me Mandy.
I'm Orlando.
And today, we wanted to share our home opinions with you. We will from 5 parts to introduce. And the first one, wealth and health, and the others my partners will introduce. First, wealth and health, and I have 2 questions. What is real wealth and why is it called wealth? This photo was taken 25, and the place is Zhejiang Rural Village. And at that time, President Xi Jinping first put forward clear water and green mountains are gold and silver mountains. And during our efforts, we village have received tourists more than 500,000, and every farmers increased by more than 5,000 yuan. Now I will share some picture about my daily life in my school. This photo was taken Yangming Cultural Tourist Place. And this is Wang Yangming. This photo was taken in summer. This about my school. This building was my studying building. This photo was taken close to evening. And these are my school trees. My school not only have wonderful small landscape, but also have a lot of trees and grass. And welcome to my school. And now I want to share a story to you. The story about an old man and young man. The young man, one day, a young man met the old man and asked a question, what's the secret of the habit? And the old man tell the young man that do what you love and do it with your position, passion, and get life. And have a scientific days to say if the environment is good, it's not only helps the person grow up healthily, but also can affect a person's way of thinking and mentality. Okay, that's all. Thank you. And now welcome my partner, Maggie, to share the next part. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here for this presentation. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Zhang Yangfan, and you can call me Maggie. My part is to discuss the relationship between human and nature. Before I start, I'd like to share some pictures. My eyes are the stars. My throbbing wings are the traces of lightning. The wings of my skin are the wings of the earth. The fingerprints of my hands are the rings of trees. And my soft lips are the red petals. My tiny hairs are the grass in the sun. The group of creative pictures you just saw is a popular topic of thinking recently, which is called I Am the Universe.
In a sense, you are the universe. Yes, eyes and stars, skin and brains, hair and grass. Originally, I am closely linked to all things in the universe. In fact, as early as about 2300 BC, the famous thinker Zhuangzi proposed in his book, 天地与我并生，而万物与我为一, emphasizing the harmonious coexistence of human and nature. Yeah. Marxism says that man lives on nature and humanity lives, produces, and develops by continuously interacting with nature. And China built a community of life between human and nature. China has also made a lot of efforts. That's all. Let's turn to my partner, Yu Yang. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yu Yang. I'm currently student major in environment protection. I will introduce the current situation of China's environment protection and water resource from 3 aspects. As we know, most of the water is handled and upstream. They have a very important role in life, agriculture and industry. The classification of water can be divided into groundwater and ecological water and regenerated water. Among them, groundwater is the most common. Ecological water is of great significance to human life. At present, the current situation of water pollution is mainly industrial pollution, agricultural pollution, and domestic children pollution. For the level 3 pollution, we can use the following classification to treat. For example, the first is water resource protection, which the drinking water conversation in West and the second water is resource conversation and optimization, which the changing application and limestream. The third, which the tiling, identify and storage the pool of water waste. In order to cope with the current climate change, population growth, and water resource extraction. So agriculture more and more important to become an important predictor of culture. Finally, I believe that protection of water resource is an important frontline action for the protection of life on Earth and an important. Now we move to next part introduced by my partner, Qiu Rongping. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Qiu Rongping. You can call me Mandy. It's my honor to speak here, and I'm very glad to share my topic with you. The title of The title of my talk today is Champions and Arts. It's well known to us that water is the source of life and the cradle of human civilization. As an indispensable resource, water natures and sustains all living things on Earth. Environmental protection is a basic national policy of our country, and sewage treatment is an important measure to protect urban and rural environment. We have an environmental halo all around us. Look at this picture. This is the photo taken by Zhen Lufeng when he won the gold medal in water treatment technology at the 45th World Skiers competition. When it comes to how to connect with water, Zhen Lufeng smiled and sighed. I was born in a small mountain village in Fengcheng City. The environment in my hometown is good, and my friends and I often play in this river. I don't know when the small river, which contains childhood memories, is no longer so clear. I want to make the environment better through my own efforts. Therefore, when Zhen Lufeng filled out his college entrance examination in 2015, he chose the environmental engineering technology major in Jiangxi Environmental Engineering Vocational College. He hopes to contribute to protecting the ecological environment and building a beautiful hometown through learning. The journal's circulation stressed that the team of skilled workers is an important force supporting China's manufacturing and the creation, Zhenfeng's dedication, excellence, skillfulness, and the pursuit of excellence, the spirit of excellence writing in dictionary. First, it was learning. That's all. Now we move to the next part introduced by my partner, Orlando.
Dear all participants, I'm Orlando from Jiangxi. Look at the picture, you can guess what my major is. Yeah, my major is landscape architecture. It is the major that our school collaborated with Italian. Good evening, good afternoon. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for taking the time to attend Youth Talk. I'm truly honored to share to you. At the beginning, I would like to Today, I will discuss the practice how our country adopt to promote sustainable development, how we contribute to this effort. Firstly, I will touch upon initiatives that government is taking to promote sustainable development. One such initiative is the promotion of renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power. These energy sources are not only environmentally friendly, but also help to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, which are a major contributor to climate change. Now I want to show you a case study. This is Shanghai classification. Shanghai implements a strict garbage classification systems to promote development of circular economy. Teenagers actively participate in garbage sorting work, enhance environment awareness through campus promotion and social practice. Now, after the efforts, we achieve fruitful results. First is the policy. The Chinese government have formulated a series of environment regulations and policies to promote sustainable development in environment protection. Then the technology. In terms of environment protection technology, China has made significant progress, such as the development of clean energy and the improvement of pollution control technology. Finally, awareness enhancement. The public environmental awareness is gradually increasing. and more people are participating in environmental protection actions. Another important aspect of sustainable development is the need of conserve our natural resources. This can be achieved through practice like waste reduction, water conservation, and the promotion of sustainable agriculture. By adopting this practice, we can ensure that our resources are used efficiently and will be available for our future generations. Now let's turn our attention to the role that as we as young people can play in promoting sustainable development. It is our responsibility to be aware of the changes that we face and to take actions to adjust them. This can be done in small ways, such as reducing our energy consumption at home, public transportation, and participate in community service projects that focus on environmental conservation. Let's recover today. Sustainable development is a critical issue that affects all of us. By embracing sustainable practices and promoting them within our communities, we can ensure a brighter and more sustainable future for our country. The environment is the best waste. Where the environment improves, it is not only waste but also our health. People and nature complement each other. In addition, human beings are closely related to nature, and food in nature can be found in daily life. So we must respect nature. Ultimately, we can know that in terms of water conservation, we must not only save water in this, but also deal with water pollution. As the wise old man mentioned before, do what you love and do it with your patience and dedication. Let us embrace this philosophy and work together to create a better world for ourselves, for those who will come after us. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you all a prosperous and sustainable future. Thank you.
感谢同学们的分享。接下来，让我们邀请来自马来西亚怡保职业技术学院的同学们进行分享。
Thank you so much for your presentation. Now, please welcome students from Malaysia to give us their presentation.
Thank you, Jess. Tak boleh ke? Tahu. Kemudian sih. Saya tak tahu. Sekejap. Dia cakap dengan dia biar main Netflix. Dah. Window. Saya buat yang ini Zoom contact contact. Sorry, sorry. Good afternoon and hi everyone. We are from College Vocational Ipoh, Malaysia. Today we will discuss about SDG and my life. In my team, there are 5 presenters. I am Mawita. The next presenter is Sumita. Third presenter is Nura Hayati. Fourth presenter is Nurin Dania. Last presenter is Wan Mariam Karida. Now I will explain about the introduction. The Sustainable Development Goals implemented by United Nations serve as global framework to address pressing challenges and promote sustainable development. On a worldwide scale, several key reasons underpin the adoption and implementation of the SDGs. The global challenge requires global solution. Malaysia faces its own unique issue, problems like climate change, pandemic, lack of civic awareness, poverty, and others. To address this challenge effectively, Malaysia needs to collaborate with other countries and be part of global effort sharing ideas, resources, and solutions to find the best way forward for everyone. Today, we will highlight on 4 goals. My next teammate Sumita will be discussing about quality education.
Thank you, Mawita. Hi everyone, my name is Sumita. Now I will explain about quality education. So education is a process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, value, belief, and habit. Quality education specifically entails issues such as appropriate skills development, gender equity, provision of relevant school infrastructure, equipment, educational materials and resources, scholarship or teaching force. So the point of quality education is free primary and secondary education. So in Malaysia, the education system are divided into preschool, primary, secondary, post-secondary, and tertiary education. It is further divided into national and private education. Education may be obtained from the multi-language national school system which provides free education from all Malaysians. The next slide is showing about our college. So in our college, we have 3 vocational education skill dimensions. The first dimension is technical skills. We can perform technical and task skill after learning season. So the second is employability skills. So we can practice positive value and attitude when planning for our future work. So the third is entrepreneurial skills. These skills can teach us how to give response, solve their problems, communication, and environmental sensitivity. At last, these skills will helping us to understand more and will use it for our future. So the next slide will be presented by Nurul Hayati.
Thank you, Sumita. Hello everyone, I'm Hayati. So today I'm going to talk about life on land, which is one of the topic in 17 SDG goals. Life on land is an important part of the Earth's ecosystem, emphasizing the need to preserve and protect existing flora and fauna. Let's delve into the important points to deeper our understanding. I will focus on how Malaysians connect with nature. Taking the time to appreciate the beauty of the land is important. Get involved in activities like hiking, gardening, or just enjoying the outdoors. Our vocational college often does activity that involve nature. This is to apply the value of preserving and conserving nature to students. For example, our students took a total of 37 students to climb Gunung Bujang Melaka, which is located in Kampar Perak, for 2 days. While climbing to the top, they got amazing experience of being in the forest at night. What's fun about this kind of activity is not only done by our college, but everyone in Malaysia like to climb mountains and hills in Malaysia. This is because Malaysia has very beautiful mountains and hills with its nature scenery. We have to take care of our trees and greenery as they are our source at good oxygen and nutrients. As you can see in the slide we have prepared, there are some pictures that prove we have how much Malaysians love to do nature activities. Returning to my views in connection with nature, it is evident that Malaysians also apply the SDG in our daily life. The next presenter will discuss about no poverty.
refers to the ambitious aim of completely eliminating extreme poverty worldwide. It envisions a world where every individual, regardless of their geographical location or socioeconomic background, has access to basic necessities such as food, clean water, education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. So the goal is to break the cycle of poverty, uplift marginalized communities, and ensure that everyone can live a life of dignity and fulfillment. So the next slide. This is an example of government assistance to the Malaysian community. So this is IKASE. IKASE is referred to as a place or platform online to fill in data about individuals who belong to the poor. Individuals or groups with incomes below the poverty line can only register in the IKASE system. Malaysians who are eligible will receive 100 Malaysian ringgit per month for 12 months. The next slide is about example of government assistance to students in school. Let's see picture 1. The government has taken steps to expand student schooling assistance involving the Federal Small Scholarship and the Poor Student Trust Fund to eligible students from the age of 13 to 18. In picture number 2 is the yearly school assistance for school students starting in January 2024. So this purpose can help ease the burden of spending on parents.
Hi, we cannot hear you, friends from KV. Maybe there is some network connection problem.
他们网络卡了。哎呀，中国老师。
我数理就好。
雅琛，等下你也给你。
The next presenter is Mariam Khalida.
Hi, I am Mariam, the last presenter. Today, I will talk about one of SDG topic, that is responsible consumption and production. Responsible consumption and production refers to sustainable pattern of using resources efficiently, minimizing waste, and adapting environmentally friendly practice in manufacturing, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. It involves reducing the ecological footprint, promoting recycling, reusing material, and ensuring fair labor conditions throughout the supply chain to foster a more sustainable and equitable global economy. My first point is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Practice the 3R by reducing waste generation, reusing items whenever possible, and recycling material like paper, glass, plastic, and metal. Option for product with minimal packaging to reduce waste. Like example, in our college, every department provide recycle bin to students and staff. In addition, very Monday to Thursday, some market in Malaysia implement the No Plastic Bag Day initiative where they encourage consumers to bring their own cloth bag or container to shop, reducing the use of plastic bag. However, this is a local initiative and does not apply everywhere in Malaysia. Moreover, students from our college have successfully produced an innovation as a final year project. The project is recycled bag made from plastic bag that we got from grocery stores. In my conclusion, I represent my group and agree that SDGs are very important in our daily life because SDGs focus on reducing inequality and promoting justice for all. Addressing this issue help create fairer societies where everyone has equal opportunities. Thank you.
感谢来自马来西亚怡保职业技术学院同学们的分享。
Thank you so much.
接下来，让我们邀请来自印度尼西亚青年文化教育组织的同学带来分享。
Now, let's please welcome Mr. Rohit from Culture Education Muda Global Indonesia to give us his presentation. Welcome.
Hello, thank you, Jess. Could you help me to share my presentation? Okay, thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity for deliver my presentation about sustainable development goals. That actually it's part of our life and how we save our earth, especially. Then next. Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you for the introduction for the sustainable development goals or SDGs that we initiate from United Nations from 2015 for the achieving the goals in 2030. And also known as global goals are set of 70 integrated and interrelated goals to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure the humanity enjoy the peace and prosperity by 2030. So initiated in 2015 in 25 December in New York in United Nations in America. Then reporting on the SDGs important in our communicating to the stakeholder, to the company commitment to the contributing to the global goals, claiming accountability, responsibility to take the necessary and action, measuring progress over time. Next. Then also I would like to say the main focus that will be discussed in this afternoon for the number 13, the climate action. So in this picture, you can see the UNFCCC is United Nations Frame Conference Climate Change, that is the conference to how the responsibility to discussing about the climate change. Especially we know that greenhouse gas emission continue to rise by year every year and are now more than 50% higher than they are in higher percent in 2099 level. Furthermore, global warming is causing long-lasting change to our climate system. So it affected to the gas emission and how the air especially. So what the biggest effect from the climate change that been appear currently? First of all, is flooding. Like we know, in Indonesia, there's all many happened like the climate disaster because like the climate change that also happened. First is like the flooding, because like the amount of the waste originating from urban population activities in very large, it still have the potential to be sourced like the methane gas, and the methane gas is will be flooded to the air, and then also accumulation for like the air and the water, and also the rain is turned down, so it's affected to be make happen at the flooded in, especially in Jakarta. So I take a case in Jakarta. There's many problem, especially for this one, because like every year the Jakarta land will be abrasion from 3 until 10 centimeter, and abrasion to be lower down. So it caused that how the flooded happened to. Then also like the earthquake will be happened to, because like uh, the climate change action have been appear currently. The climate change can also impact an earthquake through the converter extuberates and sea fault lines, and groundwater pumping, often a precautionary measure taken during by the dry season, can put further stress on the earth crust. And then also the clean water sanitation is also because the main problem, because like the water is have been mixed with the air, like the air that have been accumulated with the gas emission like the CO2, carbon dioxide, and then also like the dangerous carbon dioxide that also can be dangerous for our planet, especially for the plantaries and the animals that consumption the water. Next, yes. And then the fact that first is like more than a century of burning fossil fuels, as well as an actual and unsustainable energy and land use, has led to global warming of 1.1 hundred Celsius above pre-industrial levels. This has resulted in more frequently and more intense extreme weather events that have caused increasingly dangerous impact on nature and people in very regions in the world. Then it is unequivocal that human influence has warmed the atmosphere, ocean, and land. Widespread and rapid change in the atmosphere, ocean, cryosphere, and biosphere have occurred. So it's why the climate change action have been taken more seriously in our planet, especially, and have been disaster our planet and be more dangerous in our future sustainable life. So the climate change and the economy, how it can be integrated and how it can be related. The housing and the food, the mining, and also the manufacturing and insurance or the tourism is one of part that how the climate change can happen. So like the industrial many use like the dangerous gas fuel that burning from the like the operational from the industrial or manufacturing, it's affected to the gas emission, and then also being affected to our life, because like the gas emission is accumulated in atmosphere, and then also being affected in housing, being affected like for the forestry, and then also like the food, how the the food is especially is because like we consume like the plastic for the utilities for taking the food. Then also it's make the climate change being happier, because like the amount of the waste originating from urban population activities in very large in thought to have the potential to be source of the methane gas. Methane gas is which is greenhouse gas, which cause a greenhouse effect, which is the cause global warming. Currently, there are approximately 40 landfills in big cities with an open dumping system, and only small portion have been developed into controlled landfills. The potential waste that can be produced from 45 large cities, and Indonesia reaches 4 million tons per year, especially for the waste garbage. Next. So I created a video, the campaign, especially lastly when I'm in college, to build like the sustainability campaign, how we can see like we can serve the earth, we can save the planet, especially because it's the part of our life in the part of our generation in future.
我就在开了5天会，在联合报。 全部的人都针对人气问题。全球共同的话题就是濒临灭绝的动植物。不过这一次啊，大家都还真是拓展视野、格局、境界。通信学院的要参与进来，做视频连接，一样做团队的力量非常会去，这样的力量。
See, as you can see in the picture, that I use the plastic straw that it's more dangerous to our population, especially for our planet and animals in our land, because like the plastic will be separating, will be degrading the life of the animal, especially. Then how I can use and how I can take this action is actually I use the stainless straw that will be more sustainable, that we can reuse in afterlife. So we can take this one as one small step action to reduce the waste garbage, and we can use the like the more sustainable, eco-friendly, the non-plastic product material. So the SDGs 13 goals, it will be in 4 points. The first is the strengthen resilience and adaptation capacities to climate-related hazards and natural disaster in all countries. And then integrate climate change mitigation measure into national policies, strategies, and plannings. And the third is enhance education, awareness raising, as well as human and institutional capacities related to climate mitigation, adaptation, impact reduction, and early warning of the climate change. And the fourth is implement the commitment of developed countries under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change to mobilize jointly agree from all sources to address the needs of the developing countries in the context of beneficial mitigation action and transparency in implementation, fully operationalizing the Green Climate Fund through the capitalization of that fund as soon as possible. And then lastly, promote mechanism to increase active and effective planning and management capacities related to climate change in less developed countries, developing nation with a focus on human, youth, and local and marginalized communities. So it's just SDGs 13 goals that we can take as a policy and strategies that how we can that can affect to our line and our planet. So lastly, it starts with you and how you can be more aware and you can be more safe to take your life, to take your daily activities to more sustain and to more aware with the green and like the system change or the climate change, and then also be taking more aware to our future generation. Thank you. That's all from me. I'm Ron Anisha.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rohit.
感谢来自印度尼西亚代表的分享。接下来我们到问答环节，同学们有什么问题吗？
Now will be the last Q&A section. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, thank you.
现在进行学生总结环节，每一组选出一位学生代表进行1到2分钟的总结。
Now will be the ending remarks from students. Each student representative, you will have 1 to 2 minutes to give us your closing remarks. Mr. Rohit, if you would like to be the first representative to share.
Yes, I can take the first. So thank you, and I will be the student representative for the closing remarks for our activities in this afternoon. First, I will say the SDGs, like the 17 SDGs for our balance, social, economic, and our planet is more crucially important for our life, and especially for our future generation. And then also we can also achieve this in 2030 with our community, with our empowerment, with our activities, that also to be more tech awareness with our planet. You can do the small step from your daily, that not also for the biggest action, but you can do the small step to more like use the sustainable things, like to not use the plastic or use like the plastic materials. You can use like the more eco-friendly, like use the tote bag. You can use the tote bag for groceries. You can use like the material that you can reuse after life, after time. And then also it will be more increases like the climate change, or like the many disasters can be appear because like the climate change. I think that's all from me. So we can achieve this one by ourselves, and we can do if we have a perspective to be more sustained and more aware with our generation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your remarks.
接下来有请中方代表进行发言，请第一组的代表进行发言。
Now, a student representative from the first group from China will give their closing remarks. Welcome.
就随便说两句，随便说两句就好。就可以一个组一个组选手说两句。
是依然阐述我们自己的总。
It may be a small thing for one person to do, but if a group of people do something, it will be a big thing.
感谢中方代表的发言，然后接下来我们邀请一位外方同学进行发言。Hello, Mr. Faja, can you have a closing feeling of closing feeling? 往下。接下来到我们的合影环节，请同学们移步到台，同学们和老师们移步到台前，我们进行一个合影。
Now will be the group photo session. Everyone online, please open your camera. We will have a group photo.
台前这个好，没意思的3组同学在一排吧，前面的
那个自知小的竞争在前排。
来，你们那个3组同学先站一排来，啊，好吧，然后
站一起。分子小一点的站前面嘛。高个的站前面，高个就站后面。
高个站后面，看到他后站哈，那就站两排吧。啊，往里一点，往挤一点啊，往挤一点。插缝啊，那个插缝把头露出来啊，插缝啊，对，侧身吧，那就行。啊。稍微侧一点吧，就可以。
这个要写了吗？
这个
那边再
先拍一张正式一点，拍一张正式一点。啊，OK，看前面。
Please open your camera, please.
Okay. I will count to 3 and we will take a group photo together. 1, 2, 3. Smile, please. Okay, we will have one more. 1, 2, 3. Smile, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all the participants who coming to our youth talk today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thôi xử lý cái lần này. Ê, có mình